Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in Equalizer War. You all know the drill. I'm going to feature my 6 war flags with commentary, and right now we've got 39.53 with 86 flags left. They have 37.09 with 75 flags left, so we have an 11 flag advantage and about a 244 point advantage right now, so looking good so far. And I do want to point out my defense right now, which I begrudgingly did still do my pulls in Wilderness Summon this week, even though Gitnib got the nerf of a lifetime. I am calling him Nerfosaurus Rex. But this is my defense this week. I have Ustad Anand, Bramble, Gitnib, Tamlin, and Satin Pimenter. I wanted to have one Moth in there, and then I wanted to have a couple Woodland Fawns, and Bramble and Tamlin are very good for Equalizer War. As far as how my defense is doing, I did get one-shotted recently, but before that, I did have a couple stops. Yeah, you can see I got one-shotted here, and if I scroll back up, I had 2 stops, I think. Yeah, up here I had an 8-point stop and a 14-point stop, and then I got taken out after that. That is all so far. As far as if I use Gitnib again on defense for the weekend war, it'll depend on how it does for the rest of this war, and Equalizer isn't really ideal for Gitnib anyway, but we'll see how it goes. All right, without further ado, let's get into my war flags. With my first flag, we're going to go up against this Bramble tank team. They also have Astrid, Vernix, Sharif, and Beowulf. The plan here is, of course, to take out Astrid first if I can. Probably Bramble. He might die with tiles, depending on how many reds I get and where. And then Sharif and Beowulf. Definitely going to save Vernix for last. I don't want to deal with her reviving like 7 times. I have 3 average speed attacking reds with Bartholomew, Bima, and the Ascension Mimic. Then I've got Dueler Filler and Solome in here as my healers. Here we go. I am going to start off with the 3 reds on the left, I think. Actually, you know what? Rather than that, let's match the yellows and purples on the top left. That way it might give me an opportunity for a red dragon or a diamond, depending on what happens on the bottom. And no dice. All right. Let's match the 3 reds horizontally, actually, rather than on the left up against Astrid, because it's not going to kill her, and I don't want to speed her up any earlier than needed. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about doing that instead. Or do I want to match the 3 reds on the right horizontally, set off that cascade of blues? Or I could match just the blue. You know what? Let's do the reds. That's going to set off a cascade of yellows also. So I'll get some new tiles. Give me some reds, please. 0 reds. 0 reds again. To get some purples. Alright. Pretty good timing with when Equalizer is going off also. And Equalizer goes off before their specials, I believe. Yeah, I'm like 90% certain. It's been 9 weeks since we've had Equalizer War. I probably should have looked that beforehand. So let's do this. I'm going to match the 3 yellows. Set off that cascade of greens into Bramble. Have him go off right after Equalizer goes off. Yes, Equalizer does go off right before. That way the instant mana doesn't happen right away. Alright. Now let's use Dueler Filler. Give me that ward. And the heal. Let's match the reds up against Astrid. I'm going to match the 5 blues. That's going to set off a cascade of the yellows directly underneath because that diamond's staying there. Really need some more reds. Okay, that'll do. Now let's match the 3 reds up against Bramble. Not a good timing for the Equalizer, unfortunately. But I do have Bartholomew who harvests buffs, so we can use him first. Let's use Solome first, and then Bartholomew. And then let's see what happens here. Okay, cool. Let's use Bima, and then the Ascension Mimic. That did quite a bit of damage, nice. Okay. Now, I want to kill off Beowulf. So let's much health does he have? The bleed damage is going to kill him anyway. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold off on matching any purples yet. I don't want to hit the blue diamond because that's going to set off Beowulf, and he would heal Bramble before he gets killed. Let's match the 3 yellows up against Bramble. Seems like a safe play so that nothing happens on the right side. And actually, he died anyway from the Astral Beam. Cool. Astrid should die from the bleed damage. Just kidding. And what's his name is going to go off. Damn it. Oh, actually, you know what? We can match 1 purple tile up against Astrid because Vernix is in the ghost form, and that was enough to kill her. Awesome. Cool. All right. Beowulf's going off. That's okay. And it actually went off against the Mimic, who was shielded. Cool, let's ghost these 3 red tiles. Let's match the 3 greens horizontally, set off that cascade of purples. It's going to allow me to heal after Sharif goes off. And we have a nice cascade of reds as well. Kill Sharif! Not great. Alright, still looking good. Let's use Dueler Filler and then Salome, and then I'm going to use Bartholomew on the right-hand side here, and then the Mimic probably right after. Not quite enough to kill Beowulf, but that's okay. Let's use Bhima on Vernix. Vernix has already revived once, and now a second time. Let's hit the blue diamond here, do some tile dumping. Nice cascade with the reds. Beowulf is dead. Let's match the 4 purples here. Timer's going off, but we'll be fine. And Vernix is dead from the astral beams, and we are 1 for 1 to start this war. Next up, we're going to go up against this Region tank team. They've also got Vernix, Ruan Zhao, Thaffer, and Li Qiu. I've got 3 average speed blues with Richard, Hugni, and Song Jiang, who will all go off at the same time. I've got Thalassa as a healer, and then also gives me ailment immunity, which will be useful against Vernix and Region if I time that correctly and around the Equalizer part. And then I've got Toxicondra as a healer and cleanser as well. Here we go. Not a good board for blues. This kind of sucks. Let's match the 3 greens horizontally in the middle. Then I can match the yellows and reds and try to do a little bit of tile dumping, but there's no obvious cascading options that I'm seeing right now. Might get a red or a yellow on the bottom, which we did not, and no blues. Cool. Do also have the reds I could match vertically, set up the cascade of purples. I think I'd rather work on this left side here, though. Yeah, let's do this. No blues. Cool. Let's match the 3 reds now with that purple cascade after. Man. I'm going to need to heal very quickly. So I'm thinking about matching those reds and greens. It's going to set off Region, definitely. I don't think Thaffer, though. And the Equalizer is going to go off again, which will be nice. Good. All right, let's use Toxicondra anyway, though, to heal. And then think I'm going to match the 3 blues horizontally on the top left. Let's match the 3 blues on the right. That might give me Thalassa and Songjiang, I think. Okay, cool. All right, now let's use Thalassa. And I think I'm going to use Songjiang on the right side over here. We might be able to kill Li Q. And we were able to with a critical hit. Nice. Okay, now let's match the 3 yellows, set off that cascade of greens underneath, and some reds. Give me some blues, please. All right, we got 1 blue tile. I'm going to see if I can get lucky with the 3 greens in the middle. See if I can get a blue in the middle somewhere. No blues. Not very good timing with Vernix and Regent and Thafra all going off here. Ugh. Oof, that was a lot of damage. Alright, just Richard left. I am going to need a lot of luck here. Of course, Richard didn't even resist the Molten Core. Let's match these blues here. And Richard's going to be dead after Rohan's key goes off. Yeah, that wasn't very good. I was hopeful for a moment. Next up, we're going to go up against another Bramble tank team. They've also got Duval, Regent, Ustad Anan, and Verity. Definitely want to take out that right side first with Ustad Anan after Bramble. I've got Hathor, who will get her special in 6 tiles, and then she will actually make it so that Domi Ventus, Gestalt, and Regent all get their specials in 6 tiles as well, at least for their first charge. And then Domi Ventus and Gestalt take an extra couple tiles with their second charge as part of the Changing Tides family. And then I've got Astrid and blah, 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 blah as a Reviver and Healer. Here we go. I am going to start off with the 3 purples horizontally, set up that cascade of reds. Nice cascade with the reds on the bottom. Holy shit. All right. I will certainly take that. We're going to use the 3 reds on the right first, of course. Let's use Region first to Dispel. That's going to kill Bramble. Now let's use Domi Ventus. Let's use Gestalt, see where his cubes go. Hopefully at least 1 to Ustad. 2 went to Ustad, and he is dead. Let's use Hathor. Let's match the 3 yellows first, and then I'll hit the red dragon next turn. Or maybe I'll wait 1 more turn even to have the burn damage kill Verity. Just kidding. Equalizer. Alright, let's kill Verity with the red tiles here. And another red cascade. I will take it. Let's use Region and then Hathor. That's not going to give you enough mana boost for Gestalt and Domi Ventus, I don't believe. Yeah, that's alright though. Let's ghost these red tiles. We'll let Region hit me, and then I will use my red specials on the left here. Let's use Domi Ventus and then Region. That damage got reflected back, but Gestalt will kill off Duval, and that was a quick win. We are 2 for 3. With my next flag, we're going to go up against this Thafra tank team. They've also got Bramble, Gardared, Elsbeth and Ustad. I've got 3 healers here. Bramble as a healer, safely cleanser, and then also increases the mana when Equalizer goes off. I've got Ragrim to remove the fiends from Elsbeth, and then also gives me attack and defense growth. I've got Orker as another healer in here, Ceres for one of my primary damage dealers, along with Isidore. And all 4 of these, except Ragrim, will resist the Moth Dust from Gondors and actually gain mana each time it's attempted on them. So Ragrim could get Moth Dust and could fall asleep, which is why I've also got Bramble in here to safely cleanse. I feel like this is a me going back to my roots with the 3 healer thing, but here we go. All right, nice board to start. We're actually going to have a red diamond that I can set up. I want to match the 3 blues horizontally, and then I will match the 5 reds next turn. And we're actually going to get 9 reds out of this deal. Oh, no, I'm not. Just kidding, because that purple diamond going off, and the red diamond's going to go off. Not exactly what I wanted, but I'll take it. I definitely want to kill Ustad first. And I might wait a turn to use Ceres due to the mana of everybody not being at least 50%. So let's match the 3 greens on the left here first. And I think everybody's mana is over 50%, except for Thaffer. Gondors and Bramble are a little dicey, but let's try this out with Ceres first. This should hit at least 3, if not all 5. And it did hit all 5, and everybody except Elsbeth is silenced, of course, since she can resist it. Let's use the main part of Isidore on Ustad. I definitely want to try to kill him if we can. And he is dead. Awesome. Let's now match the 3 blues up the middle, ghost those. Let's use Orker. I'm going to hit the yellow dragon, which is going to set off a couple cascades and force Elsbeth and Thaffer to go off, but that's okay. I think I'm going to match the 3 reds here, and then I'll match the greens up top next turn. If I matched the greens first, it would have separated those reds, which I did not want to do. Let's match the greens now. It's going to give me Ragrim and Bramble. Let's use Ragrim first to remove the fiends, and then heal, and then I'll use Bramble after. It's actually the first time I'm using my green specials this battle. Let's now match one of these yellow diamond options. Let's match it this way. And the yellow diamond went off. Nice cascade with the greens. Let's use Ragrim since he's about to fall asleep anyway. And then I'm going to match the 3 reds on the left here. And we should get the mana for Isidore and Ceres increased. Nice. Let's use Bramble. And then I'm going to wait to use the other 2 because I need the mana of either Elsbeth or Thaffer to get increased by a little bit. And that should be enough. Okay, let's use Ceres first. Let's use Isidore on Elsbeth. That will kill her, so I can not have to deal with the fiends anymore. Nice. Let's hit the purple diamond, do some tile dumping. Or do I want to just match the 3 greens? Yeah, let's do that, actually. And Thaffer is dead. Let's use Ragrim and Orker. Let's ghost these 3 greens. I'm going to hold off on Bramble. Let's use Bramble now. Ghost these 3 reds, which will give me my other red specials. And I'm probably going to set off Guard Red. Just kidding, she is dead. And let's kill off Bramble with Isidore. Might be a little overkill here. Yeah. All right. Nice win there against a tough team, and we are 3 for 4. Next up, we're going to go up against another Thaffer tank team. I am bringing my 7 purple tile team, or 7 tile purple team, with my 2 Medeas, Diachan, and Sartana. That could get messed up a little bit with Oracork and the Moth Dust. I do have Rosalind in here, who will give me the Mega Minion to safely cleanse 1 cleansable status ailment at the end of each turn, so that will help against the Moth Dust once she does get activated. They have Thaffer a tank, obviously, Vernix and Stylish Richard on the flanks, and Oracork and Noelle on the wings. Here we go. Great board again. Let's start off with the blues and reds on the right over here. Nice cascade with the purples. And we got some more purples. Cool, I like it. Thinking about hitting the red diamond. I think that's actually going to make it so I can make 2 more sets of purple matches in the next couple turns. And it did exactly work, just like I was hoping. Okay, let's match the ones in the bottom first before those get separated, of course. It is going to set off Thaffer, but that's okay. One of my Medeas is asleep. That's unfortunate. Oof! Almost dead, too. Let's match these purples. Set off the cascade of yellows. Please, everybody stay alive. Thank you. All right, let's use Diachan first to heal. That was so close. I want to attack the right side, I think, first. Let's use 1 Medea here in the middle. Let's attack Noelle. What is Noelle's class? Monk class. So they do have a chance to resist the shifting mouse attack, which is unfortunate. Let's use Sartana on Noelle. And then let's... You know what? Let's try to put the shifting mouse attack. I know that Medea is not going to kill Thaffer anyway, and then Thaffer's just going to revive anyway. So, in case if Medea does not kill Noelle, because this is my level 85 one, maybe the shifting mouse attack will go on, and it did not. We do have some purple tiles. I guess I'm going to have to use those to kill off Noelle. And we got some ghosted afterwards. That was a lucky cascade, which I will take. Alright, now, let's use Diachan to heal again, give me some more minions, and then let's try to kill off Oracork so I can stop dealing with this Moth Dust. Let's... I want to wait for the shifting mouse attack for a turn. Let's match the 3 yellows up against Richard, which is also going to set off the blues. We should be okay. Cascade the purples. Okay. Wasn't sure if that was going to set off Thaffer. Alright, now, let's use Rosalind to heal. Give me that safely cleansing Mega Minion. Let's use 1 Medea here in the middle on Vernix. And then let's match the 3 yellows. I'm going to wait to use the other Medea until the next turn when Thaffer comes back, so I can do some more damage to him. And Oracork is dead, so I don't have to deal with the Moth Dust anymore. Cool. Let's use Medea here in the middle. Let's ghost the 3 purples. Let's use Diachan. Let's use Sartana on Richard. Let's not match the 3 purples. Let's have Thaffer maybe send that Miles attack. Just kidding. Equalizer is going to go off before that, so let's actually match the 3 purples. Cool. Got my Medea's back. I almost used my 6-tile purple team, but I had a feeling this team would work better, especially because of the Moth Dust, and it not actually being a 6-tile purple team because of that with my 2 Devianis and Amelia as the healer and Marnies. That was the other one. But this is looking good. Vernix is going to go off because the Miles attack is going to get rid of the shift to Miles attack. Actually, their mana's not full, and the Mega Minion killed Vernix anyway. And we are 4 for 5, I believe. 1 flag left. Yeah. All right. With my last flag, we're going to go up against another Bramble tank team. They've also got Philomena, Sung Jiang, Gardared, and Lane. I've got 3 Astral Dwarves in here, so I will be able to resist the Moth Dust with them. And then Ratcrub and Cleopatra, both being clerics, will have a chance to resist it as well. Normally, I don't use double soundness on this team, but I want to be able to resist the Moth Dust. Here we go, last flag. I am going to start off with the 3 purples horizontally in the middle. Set off that cascade of 3 yellows, I think. Or I could do the 3 yellows horizontally with the purple, or the purples vertically. No, let's do the 3 purples here in the middle first. Give me some more yellows, please. Got 1. Okay. Got a couple options on how I can move that up. Let's do it this way so that when I match the yellows, I'll get that cascade of blues. Let's do this. Nice, with the yellows also up top there. Nobody had Moth Dust, so nobody fell asleep. Nice. Let's match the 3 yellows not vertically, horizontally. That's going to make it so that nobody gets set off, I believe, except my 4 specials that I've got. Garderoid did get set off. Oof, that was close to soundness getting dead. All right, let's use Rat Grub first, of course. I think that soundness may have been the main target of that from Garderoid, and then also getting the double whammy with the edges thing. All right, let's use Cleopatra first to heal and cleanse, and then I want to hit Song Jiang, I think, with the first soundness. Let's see where the next hit goes. Actually, both went to him. Nice. Let's use the second one on Philomena, I think. Or do I want to use it on Bramble? Yeah, let's use it on Bramble. I might be able to kill him between that, the extra damage from Rat Grub, and the 3 yellow tiles on the bottom. Let's try it. Not quite. Let's match these 3 blues. I think that's going to give me Orc, or I might be 1 tile short. Yeah, 1 tile short. Nobody had Moth Dust, so nobody's asleep. Nice. Let's match this purple diamond. Lane and Philomena are both about to go off, which is not ideal. Please do not kill Salnus. Alright, Orker got his special. Let's use him. And then I'm going to... Rat Grub's asleep. That's not cool. Maybe one of these attacks. They all have their normal attack coming up. Maybe one of those will hit Rat Grub, please, since I'm going to match some yells next turn, and we just got a cascade of yells, and that's not cool. Please wake up, Rat Grub. Thank you. Alright, let's match the 3 yellows up against Bramble. We've got my Salmuses. I do not have Rat Grub's Mega Minion to... Orker's dead. I don't have Rat Grub's Mega Minion right now, and I don't have any yellow tiles really to match to set that off, so we're going to have to use the Salmuses without the extra damage. Let's use the first one on Bramble. Both of them hit him. Awesome. Let's use the second one on Bramble. Let's just try to kill him, please. Nice. He's dead. Cool. Now, do I want to hit the purple diamond, do some tile dumping? I think I do. No yellows came out of that. Not cool, small giant. Not cool. I could tile dump with the reds and greens on the top, but I do not want to do that. Let's do this with the greens up the middle. We did get some yellows. That'll do. Let's match the 3 reds. Goes the 4 yellows. That should not set anybody off, please. Except my specials. And Rat Grub's asleep. No. So is Cleopatra. God damn it. Let's silence Lane. And then let's use my other Salnus. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to hold off onto the other Salnus to see if I can get woken up. Or do I want to silence Gardered? Yeah, let's silence Gardered. Why couldn't you wake up one of the other 2? Please. Everything went to Salnus. Are you kidding me? Alright, we need to try to kill Gardered because Equalizer's about to go off. Let's see if this one yellow tile will do it. Yes! That was huge. Kill Lane, please. Damn it. Lane's going to go off and do some serious damage. Please do not kill Rat Grub or Cleopatra, though. Stay alive. Rat Grub, Cleopatra. Okay. Philomena's going to go off anyway. Let's, actually, you know what? Yeah, all right, let's hit the green diamond. That'll give me the yellows up top. And she missed. Nice. Let's do this with the blues. How much health does Lane have left? Yeah. I definitely need some yellows, which we just got. Let's match those yellows over there on the right. Lane is dead. We are looking in good shape right now. Let's use Rat Grub and then Cleopatra. And let's just have this Mega Minion kill off Philomena over the next couple turns, I think. Ghost these blues, match the reds next turn. Let's match the 3 blues here. Of course, that red diamond's going to go off. Philomena's going to go off, but I should be okay still. Damage multiplier is only 110%. Alright, let's match these blues. My Mega Minion is gone, although I'm about to get it right back right now. Rat Grub and Cleopatra. This should be the end of the battle. Nope. Let's let the Mega Minion kill off Philomena. Missed. Cool. Let's match these 4 greens. Maybe I can get a yellow somewhere in there. We did, not in the right spot. And now Philomena is dead, and we are 5 for 6. Just had that one loss today with my blue team. Couldn't get my tiles going. Right now, we've got 4383 with 76 flags left. They have 3900 with 68 flags left. So we've got an 8 flag advantage and a 483 point advantage right now. So looking good right now. Let me know how your Equalizer war is going so far, and that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. If you did, hit that like button. Make sure you sub to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.